The Batman 2 has been delayed. And I thought my jokes were bad. In all seriousness, The Batman 2 has been delayed one more year. It'll now be released October 1st, 2027, instead of October 2nd, 2026. This has been confirmed by DC Studios CEO James Gunn, saying that Matt Reeves has not completed a full script for The Batman 2. Which I predicted, because what I say! Except this is a what I say I didn't want to come true. Honestly, as a Batman fan, as a DC fan, this is devastating news to wake up to. And honestly, ridiculous. It's ridiculous that we have to wait 5 years between the first movie and the sequel. But I will say, I still believe in Matt Reeves. I want him to have all the time that he needs in order to make a story that he is satisfied with, because I trust him as an auteur director. It's just wild to me that in the time we got The Batman 2, the MCU already established phase 1 from Iron Man to the Avengers. For them to handle all of that in that same time is really wild when you compare them. It just goes to show the MCU is undefeated for those reasons. They have a plan, they execute that plan, they're consistent, and they move forward, good or bad movie. And that's what separates them from other studios that try to replicate that same success regarding a cinematic universe. They're saying The Batman Part 2 might not even be titled Part 2 by the time it comes out. And if that's the case, I have the perfect title. The Batman Heart of Ice, and we get Mr. Freeze in the story. Or at that point, they might as well just call it Batman Beyond, since Robert Pattinson is going to be so much older by then. By the time Robert Pattinson films The Batman Part 2, he will be older than Christian Bale was in The Dark Knight Rises. We're having a young Batman already older than an older Batman in the last Christopher Nolan trilogy. That's wild to me. There's so many valid reasons as to why they could have delayed The Batman 2. One, either the script really isn't finished, and James Gunn is telling the truth. Two, Matt Reeves has heard the fan outcry about wanting Mr. Freeze, and so it's hard to incorporate him in the story. Three, Tom Cruise's movie with Alejandro Iñárritu has taken that slot, and they don't want to compete with it, so they've delayed it. Or four, maybe it's taking so long because James Gunn, Robert Pattinson, and Matt Reeves have all agreed to merge the Batman universe with the DC cinematic universe, and we'll finally see a world's finest movie with Batman and Superman. That's right, I'm being delusional. What do you all think about the Batman 2 being delayed, and what do you think the real reason is?